What's up, YouTube? So today, it's gonna be episode, I guess, really the sixth project for the circuitpython express right here. And today, I really wanted to explore the touch features that come on all of the pads alongside the circuitpython express. I thought that was something that would be good to demo because it's something that I haven't really worked on, touched on yet. And it'll also be using the pins, which is something that I want to continue to do and use that in CircuitPython a little bit as well. And how will you be doing that? Through a piano. So that's kind of going to be exciting. Basically, what I'm thinking is there's going to be a way to input touch to each of these pins, and then based on that, it'll play a noise. Really, that's kind of it. I also want to be able to have it show a light. I'm not sure if I'll use a breadboard yet, but that's really the two big things: the being able to convert touch to sound and light, and to show off those two features of the Circuit Playground Express, because I don't believe I've showed off the touch feature before. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, no piano would be complete without its keys. And in order to make the keys, we'll be using a flat sheet of cardboard here. This will be our base, and then I'll be using this as a template, and then scissors as well. So let's get started. All right, and so there we go. We have all of our keys wired up, and this is kind of going to be how the piano is going to look. I think one thing that might be good is to tape the keys to the table, just so that they don't completely go up and turn around like this one is doing right here, the Rascal D key. So yeah, now that we've built it, let's just see the code for it, and after that, a quick demo for sure. Let's get it. And yeah, so we built our piano keys, and this is now the code that accompanies it. So we import the Adafruit Circuit Playground Express module, and then import the time package as well. And then the rest of the code is kind of straightforward. There's a lot of it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. So here we adjust the touch threshold to 175. If it's too high, it might not register the touches that you're providing to the keys. And if it's too low, it'll be very sensitive, and that would lead for it to start playing when it's not supposed to, which can get really annoying. So this is really important. And this is also adjusting the brightness of the pixels, just so that it's not too bright, but you can still see which keys are being played without even having to hear it. And then, so there's just one function that we use here. And basically, this is taking the variables up here, saying if these variables, some of them are true, it picks out which tone to play. So the reason why there are two if and else if statements or it's basically checking to see if its neighbors are also being pressed, and in that case it would do the sharp or flat in between those keys. And if not, it would just play the frequency of that note, which is kind of shown for each of these. And I just took this from a guide on the internet. So I did this for all the notes. It was a pretty easy pattern, just copy and paste and then add each of the subsequent values. And then the other really large part of the code was just making sure the touch that it registered. So there are variables for when each of these pads were touched. And basically I said if these are all touched, if either of these were touched, it would set the pixel at that index closest to the pad. It would turn it on, and then it would set the C note to be true, which would then be played in this play note function. And then this does it for each of the A1, A2, A3, and I just made sure to correspond that with each of the keys. And then once it sets all those to true, then it plays the note, and it rests for 0.1 seconds, which is how long the note would take. And then resets, stops the tone, and then allows for the next, just the next kind of loop to keep going, and checks to see if there are any other keys touched. So yeah, this is the code on CircuitPython. It was really fun to make, and yeah, it's really easy to replicate. Just make sure to copy down all the frequencies correctly. So now that we got that out of the way, let's actually demo it. All right, and the moment we've all been waiting for, showcasing our piano. So just a quick thing before I showcase. The speaker over here was not working for my Circuit Playground Express midway through, so I had to be a little bit more creative and figure out ways that I could actually output the audio. And I used this speaker over here and plugged in a headphone jack and connected the Circuit Playground to it. So I'm basically having a makeshift speaker on the Circuit Playground. And so yeah, let's go through it. And let's start off with a scale. So we got our do re mi over there, doing it classy. Let's also get a little bit of hot cross buns. As you can see, I'm basically Mozart. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, so you can play any songs you want, any note that you would like. You can also play sharps. So there you go, there's B, there's A, and then if you hit both of them together, it makes the sharp. So we go A, and it is the black key in between the A and B keys. So I really enjoyed making this piano. It was something that really inspired me, allowed me to troubleshoot a lot and be able to use different aspects of the code, and then also the building aspect of it. And yeah, I'll catch you all later in the next tutorial, next, I guess, adventure. I don't even know what to call it. So yeah, peace.